Your 7-day weather outlook is brought to you by the Lake Barkley Tourist Commission, located at Exit 40 off Interstate 24 in Catawba, Kentucky. Your 7-day weather outlook is brought to you by the Lake Barkley Tourist Commission, located at Exit 40 off Interstate 24 in Catawba, Kentucky. There's no better way to enjoy a winter day than having lunch aboard a luxury yacht while watching America's national bird soaring overhead. You can do just that during LBL's Lunch with the Eagles cruise on Saturday and Sunday, January 15th and 16th. The Eagles return to their native land between the lakes every winter, and eagle watching is very popular in January and February. The cruise leaves Kinlake State Resort Park and Marina in Aurora both days at 11 a.m. and returns at 2 p.m. Reservations are needed for this unique event, so call 270-924-2000. Aurora is located on Kentucky Lake, west of Cadiz on US 68. After crossing Kentucky Lake, follow the signs to Kinlake State Park.
Something's happening in Grand Rivers, Kentucky. There's a new show in town. Variety, music, memories, and more. The new musical review everyone's talking about. We're gonna rock this town, rock it inside out. Variety, music, memories, and more. The great entertainment that made Branson, Missouri famous is now playing in Grand Rivers. Tickets to Variety are on sale now. Go online at grandriversvariety.com or call 1-888-362-4223.
Hi, I'm Jim Atchison for Lakeland News. You know, a few weeks back on our What's Cooking segment, Todd told you that his favorite breakfast food was donuts from Miss Nita's. Well, for me, there's nothing like good old country ham and eggs. So today we're at Broadbent's Products down here in Catawba. We're going to go in and meet Beth and Ronnie Drennan, the owners of Broadbent's, walk you through the plant and show you what goes into this process. Ronnie, what's going on right here?
Well, what we've got in here, we've got hams that have come in and done been salted. When we get fresh hams in, we'll salt them, hand rub each ham with a mixture of salt and sugar and dry honey and nitrate. We'll bring them in here after we stack them. We'll leave them here 10 to 12, 14 days. We'll bring these back out, re-rub them, re-salt them, stack them back again, and then we'll bring them back in and leave them in this room for a total of 40 days. On our bacon, which we hand rub each slab the same way, only we use just salt and sugar and some nitrite, and we'll rub them down each belly, stack them on these shelves, and we'll leave them here for 1 week. And then we'll bring them out, wash all the salt off, and we'll hang them on hooks like right here, this rack, and let them dry down, and then we'll smoke them, put them in the smoker, and they come out with that nice brown, reddish color, ready to be sliced, and that's your finished product on bacon.
You know, tell me what atmosphere has to do with all this, because I notice as we go from room to room, different temperatures and fans on and that sort of thing.
A good temperature for a country ham is around 38 to 40 degrees. So we try to keep this room at that constantly. And if they get too cold, they don't take enough salt. If they get too hot, they spoil. So we try to keep that temperature right at the same temperature all the time.
So all you're trying to do is replicate that atmosphere that was maybe 200 years ago when people started curing hams.
And when we finish this process, we'll come out of this room, we'll wash these hams off, any salt excess, we'll hang them up, and we'll take them to what we call equalization. And that room's about 50 degrees, which would be springtime to the older time. The salt's sort of more on the outer edge. The equalization was just pulling the salt closer to the center of the ham.
Oh, that's interesting.
Equalizes, and then we start putting fans and try to get the moisture, any moisture that's on it, we try to dry it down, and we start our drying process then.
Now, I know the next step is cooking, so why don't we take a walk over there and look at that operation. Okay, now Ron, these hams came out of the curing room and they're almost ready. Why don't you explain what happens in this room?
Well, this is our cooking room. After our hams are cured and they're ready to be sold, some of the consumers, they like their ham pre-cooked, ready to eat. So what we do is we can put 30 to 35 hams in this stainless steel cooker over here in the corner behind Tim. We'll fill it up put the hams in it. We'll fill it with water, and it has a timer on the wall that we can set at about 10:30 at night. When we came in this morning at 7:30, the temperature was right where we wanted it to be, so we pull them out, and as you see, he's pulling part of the bones out of them, and he's taking the skin off, and we take just the outer skin off and leave some of the fat to hold the moisture in. But these hams will either be shipped whole, ready to eat, or we'll bring them back in here and slice them. We do all of our cooked meat, anything to do with our pre-cooked, ready-to-eat country ham is done in this room, and this is all that goes on in this room.
Okay, so after this step in the process, where does the ham go from here?
What he's doing here, we'll chill it after he gets them all skint down. We'll chill them down in the freezer for a few hours, get the temperature down to about 38, 40 degrees. When they reach that temperature, we bring them out and we'll vacuum pack them and we'll store them in the cooler, and they'll be ready to ship or slice whenever an order comes in. We'll ship them for Christmas. Most of these hams is what we're doing for Christmas right now.
Stay tuned for more What's Cooking coming up later on Lakeland TV.
The calendar hypnosis into thumbtack cushion, completely tailwind. And sewing elephants plant before cartoon paper cups. So numbers renovate.
If your teenager is trying drugs, would you know the right words to use?
Afterward, lightly fish scale. Doorbell.
Find out what to say from the partnership and our community partners.